developing story. Keep it locked right here to Complex.
All right, so what do you guys think about Ray Rice? What do you guys think about this whole story? What are your thoughts? Let's go to you guys over here. Let's go, Jeremiah. What do you think?
I mean, personally, I just believe what Ray Rice did is wrong. Obviously, you can't put your hands on another woman like that. But at the same time, I think the way the NFL handled it was wrong. And
do you think so? Do you think that he should have been terminated from the Ravens?
Yeah, I definitely think he should have lost his job for that. Because, I mean, who wants that kind of image on their team? He's supposed to be one of the leaders in the locker room, and he's out doing these things off the field. It's just not something you want.
Right, I agree. Justin, now my question for you is ready? You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
Do you think he should be terminated from the league?
No, I think that's...
You don't think so?
That's way too much. I saw the video.
Okay.
And, I completely agree with Jeremiah. Hitting...
There are a lot of people that disagree with you.
Hitting a woman is, completely wrong.
Including me.
Yes, absolutely. It's, never... No. Is it ever right to hit a woman? But I saw the video, and reading the report, she looked drunk. She was stumbling in and out of the elevator. And in the elevator, you can see... his now wife hit Ray Rice, and he tries to push her back or whatever. Then she comes again, and unfortunately he hits her, and she passes out or whatever. But I don't think he should get terminated, because there's a whole bunch of different cases where people are getting light suspensions. Like this guy with the Colts, the owner, only got suspended for a couple of games. Had drugs in the car, a whole bunch of money or whatever. God forbid that was a player. That's a whole year suspension. The guy who plays for the Cleveland Browns, he got a whole year suspension for marijuana, but as a Colts owner, it was okay.
So do you think, and this is going to be a very controversial question, but do you think Janae Rice is kind of at fault for what she did, what Ray Rice did?
Yes.
Can you explain yourself?
Because we live in a world of double standards.
Okay.
A man can't hit a woman, which is completely true, but a woman can be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you, but you don't have a right to hit me."
Are you saying that Ray Rice was defending himself?
I'm not saying that it looked in the video like he was defending himself, but at the same time, you could have easily just held her back, you're 200 pounds of muscle. You could have easily just held her back or whatever. There was no right to hit her. But she definitely didn't have the right to, put her hands on him. It's no right to put hands on other people.
All right. Brandon, is there anything you want to add to the topic? I know you have some feelings towards this topic.
Yeah,
come on, man.
I feel like it's a really emotional topic, especially for people who have dealt with violence, and I think that Ray Rice, I feel like he is at fault. I feel like, especially because he is a football player, that you have a certain ethic to carry yourself off the field and on the field and off the field. And the way, even though if it is in a public setting, even though it is public, like he is in the elevator, I think that he should still watch what he does. And whatever he does, and you're in that light as a pro, you are a role model to a lot of other kids. So him watching people who love Ray Rice, people who really put him as a role model, that person to be when they grow up, they're looking at him and seeing he's and his wife. So he's carrying a message like, is that okay? And for the football organization to really just suspend him because of that, it makes it seem like you're allowing it and it's okay, and just giving him a slap on the wrist because you're not really taking it seriously. And the way that his new wife is seeing, I feel that she's trying to protect him because she doesn't want him to lose his job. It's a very big thing because $1 million contracts. Yeah. He's a really star. They just won the Super Bowl. It's a huge thing, and you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose his endorsements. Also, he lost his endorsement with Nike because of this. They terminated that also.
I know, she feels really responsible for it. The situation never would have happened. He should have never hit her, but she partially initiated the whole thing. And I know she feels bad, and she feels that her husband losing his team, losing his endorsement is partly her fault.
It doesn't give him any
it doesn't give him the right, but she still feels responsible, and she feels bad.
Which again, and we saw. Did you guys see the press conference?
Yes, I did. When they both did it, yeah.
Yes. Did you notice how he apologized to everybody but her?
But I feel like that was they had a private conversation at home. He didn't need to. I don't think it's required to apologize in front of the world.
So you don't think he should have apologized publicly?
not to his wife.
If
What
he
if-
was,
it's
he
the
was, he
outside.
was handing out apologies left and right.
But he's not married to
He
her.
needed to apologize to her.
He's
too.
not. He's not married to the world. He's married to his wife. I feel that he apologized when they were home in private. Like certain things, should be just kept between.
I
him
don't
and
know,
his wife.
especially since the scandal was
Yeah.
between him and her.
Yeah,
he
I
needed to
feel like-
apologize to her.
I feel like a man
in
should have stepped
public.
up and been a man and then told her straight to her face, even with people there. So we could see a man really try to fix a situation that happened. Because if you're doing it by closed doors, we don't know how the situation is being handled. Because he seems like he's apologizing to the world, not to his wife. But then it's like, how does your wife feel? Like, are we understanding how she deals with it? How are you supposed to cope with that? One apology really can't do it, and it really shows that the NFL has to really say something about this because it's a really big issue. Like, it's just so huge.
All right, shifting gears a little bit. We're gonna move on to Roger Goodell real quick, which is same story, but shifting gears a little bit in the story. So basically, what I'm gonna say is, Roger Goodell, he's the NFL commissioner. He chose to obviously suspend Ray Rice, and Senator McCain made some comments over that to TMZ. So I'm just gonna play those comments in a second.
Can I get your quick thoughts on the situation with the NFL and Ray Rice?
Well, I think obviously it's all very unfortunate. Obviously, we can look back as to the decisions that were made, but I think ultimately the right decision was made. Now, let's move forward and learn from those. That kind of behavior is not acceptable.
And do you think that the NFL's tax-exempt status should be looked at, or that's going a little too far?
I don't really see that connection.
Got it. And then lastly, there's some rumblings that maybe Condoleezza Rice might make a good commissioner, and that might help smooth out the image of the NFL. Would you support that kind of move? You think that would be a good idea?
I think that would be up to the owners, but I think that Mr. Goodell now has some credibility issues. But I also think that Condoleezza Rice would be a good person for him to call in and have a discussion with. I think she could help him.
Thanks for the time.
All right, so Justin, I saw you shaking your head while the video was playing. Can you tell us why?
I definitely believe Condoleezza Rice would be a good commissioner.
Why is that?
Because I always see commercials about her, like always watching football. Like I saw a commercial recently about how she was in the Middle East, and like she has to wake up like extra early on Sundays to like watch the game or whatever. So I just thought that like she'd be really cool.
Yeah, she's a major football fan, and I was reading that in the article. Anybody else want to make any comments on this video? Because I heard in the video he was saying how Roger Goodell has some major credibility issues. Does anybody agree with that? I agree. I completely agree.
I agree with you as well. I mean, if you think about it, this is not the first time Roger Goodell has dropped the ball on something like this. I mean, this is the newest thing that he's messed up on. I mean, at first you suspend the guy 2 games. You saw the video, but then apparently they asked for the video evidence from the hotel, and apparently the hotel was not being.
Do you guys think that this is the first time? Do you think Monday was the first time that he saw the video,
No,
as he's claiming?
absolutely not.
No.
Do you think, Justin?
Honestly, I believe in conspiracies, and I completely don't believe that this
Yeah, I
man
don't believe
did
that.
like
Brandon?
something for the first time.
Brandon?
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. Or-
I heard something this morning that the guys who work with security in the NFL are former FBI, CIA. So there's no way they asked for that video and they couldn't get a hold of it. I really don't believe that. In fact, the hotel said themselves
right. I did read that.
they never asked for the video. So that's what I believe. I
Yeah.
think they didn't ask for it.
I think they were trying to brush it over. They just they didn't want to make too much of a scandal over it because Ray Rice is a pretty big name in the NFL nowadays. So, like I was saying, I think Roger Goodell he was being paid to make the decision to get him. And he hasn't decided yet, and I believe he's waiting to decide to keep him in the league when the media craze of the story brushes over. Do you guys agree?
I mean, personally, I think, yes, he should be able to play in the league again. And the only reason I say that is because look at some of the other players we have in the league who have been. Look at Michael Vick. He went to jail for 2 years, and he's still in the league. He's on the Jets right now. You look at some of the other guys. Dante Stallworth, who, in fact, actually killed someone and was still allowed back in the league eventually. I mean, so it's gotten to the point where you might as well do whatever you want in the NFL, and you might still be let back in. So I don't know. It's kind of like it amazes me really what Roger Goodell has done to the NFL. I mean, it's so different now, and you can kind of get away with a lot. But yet now they're trying to come down harder on drug policies when a lot of those tests are messed up because of human error, not so much as the player actually tested positive. You know, you have Wes Welker, who just got suspended for 4 games when he clearly said, you know, I've never taken MDMA.
Yeah.
Somebody put that in my drink, and I'm sure that happens, you know.
But that's a whole other topic to get into.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get into the next song, guys. Let's get into something fun. Next song I'm gonna play, guys, is "Blame" by Calvin Harris. You guys like Calvin Harris?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna get into the next song.
He's no Kanye. He's no Kanye.
He's definitely not Kanye. Not even in the same genre. Alright, let's get into it. It's "Blame" by Calvin Harris, guys.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night. Don't blame it on me, don't blame it on me. Blame it on the night.